Hey, what's up, guys? It's Hyro or Zay. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Here's my Instagram. I'll plug it real quick. You guys can go follow that. But anyways, done with the plugging. So, basically, this is gonna be a crazy story time, which is kind of like a very irritating story time. Not to tell, but just to think about it because of the shit that happened. So yeah, I'm gonna just get into it. So basically, I'll just start off with the night before. Basically, I used to have well, I still do technically, had a 1996 black Suburban, I think. It was a 1996. Yeah, so I had that truck, right? So I had bought it in my own cash for like 1,600, but then I had paid for some stuff to fix it. So it was all around like $2,000 I had paid for, right? So it was this one night, me and my girlfriend, I don't remember where we went because it was kind of like a little while ago. I don't remember where we went, but we had got back from wherever we were pretty late. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning when we got back. And mind you, we live in like these like apartment complexes, and sometimes I can't find an open spot in the apartment. So there would be like this little street in the front of the apartments that you used to be able to park right there, like along the street or whatever, right? So yeah, like I said, we came back at like 2, 3 in the morning. I had parked my truck there. Thought it would be no big deal, you know, and I locked it up, made sure it was locked because, like, you know, the truck is kind of old. So I was double checking that, and we went upstairs and we went about our night. And then it was the next morning. We had woke up and we were about to leave, and it was like before 12, I think it was. It was still like in the morning technically. We had left because I don't remember what we were doing. I don't know if we were going to school because we were in college, or if we were like, I don't know, remember what we were doing, but we had to go do something that morning, all right? So we walk down the apartments, you know, just normal, and then we go to my truck, and I take my keys out, and I unlock the truck, and I was going to open the passenger door. Like, I don't know if I was opening it to, like, let my girlfriend in, or I don't know what I was doing, but I was opening the passenger door, and as I opened the door, I looked down, and I noticed that there's just, like, a giant rock in the truck. I was like, what the hell? Like, that's, you know, like, that's kind of weird. I don't know if that was there. And I asked my girlfriend, like, you know, I was like, was this rock there before? And she was just like, no, that wasn't there last night. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah, that's weird. And I was like, yeah, that is kind of weird, you know? So then, and then I noticed that, like, my truck was super fucked up. Like, it was super messy. So I was just confused because it wasn't like that. And I noticed, like, on the passenger side where your feet is, there's like that little plastic covered thing to cover all the parts and shit. And I noticed that was like that was fucked up. Like, it was all like torn down and stuff. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, did somebody like break into my car or something? And then all I can remember is just me going, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go on my side and check and see if anything's like going on, you know, like, that's fucking weird. So then I go on to my side, like the driver's side or whatever, and I noticed, I opened it, and I noticed that my whole, like, you know, old trucks have like there's a steering wheel, and then there's like the little gear shift thing where you shift the gear or whatever, and I just noticed that was kind of like broken off completely. Like, it was completely broken off, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, somebody broke into my truck. And then I see like they're like, you know, there's a plastic cover to go around your steering wheel to not show you all the mechanical shit. So I noticed that was fucking broken off too. And like, mind you, I couldn't even like put the key in the truck at this point. Like, I couldn't even use the truck to start it. So I was like, wow, somebody broke into my truck, which it was so confusing because if you look at the truck from the outside, there's like no damage at all besides what was already there before. Like, none of the windows were broken. There was no big dents besides whatever was there before. So I didn't think that somebody would do that. And we didn't even leave the truck alone for that long. It was only like a couple hours while we were sleeping and shit. And then it was just everything in the front was just completely broken. And then I look in the glove box to see if they stole anything, and of course they stole the paperwork and shit. So I was like, okay, that's fucking great. Now I don't even have proof of ownership of this fucking truck. Which, the truck wasn't in my name anyways. It was in my mom's boyfriend's name. But that's besides the point. There's still no proof that I ever associated with the truck. So then I was like, I used to keep my, like, a suitcase in there to, like, that used to have, like, some clothes in it and stuff, like backup clothes or whatever. And then I had my school backpack in there because I wasn't thinking, like, yeah, somebody was going to come steal my shit. So I had my school backpack in there. And I went to go look for it, and the backpack is completely gone. So they stole my backpack with all my school shit. It had all my personal stuff, like my name on it and shit, so that's not good. And then I looked for my suitcase, and I don't really remember if my suitcase was still in there or not. I don't think it was. I think just some of my clothes were dumped out. I don't really remember. I think the whole suitcase was gone, though. So I was super pissed. So then I was like, you know what? I was like, this is weird. I'm getting weirded out. Like, somebody must have been, like, watching me or something for a while. Like, why would somebody just randomly break into my truck? Like, that's kind of fucked up. So then I was like, let me call my mom. Because my mom's pretty badass. Like, you don't fuck with her kids, bro. She'll really fuck you up. So I had called her. Like, you know, I was like, hey, Mom, like, something weird kind of, like, happened, you know? And then she was like, what's going on? And I was like, so I think somebody had broken into my truck. She was like, what do you mean somebody broke into your truck? And I was like, well, those steering columns broken off and my shit's stolen. And she was like, what the fuck? And then she told me, she was like, all right, just lock the truck up. And then I was like, okay. So I think me and my girlfriend had went to go, like, meet her or something. Like, I think we took the bus and meet her. Yeah, we did. We got on the bus, and then we went to go meet up with my mom. And we were just telling my mom everything that we saw, which is basically what I just explained to you guys. And she was, like, super pissed. And the apartments had cameras, so we were trying to get the manager or whatever to check the cameras to see, like, what the fuck's going on with my truck, dude. Like, and they wouldn't give us it. Like, they wouldn't let us look at the surveillance footage at all unless we had a fucking police report. So we had to wait. And so my mom was sitting there with the truck because we had stuff to do. So she was just sitting there with the truck, just watching it, make sure nobody will come back and fuck with it. And then basically we had left, and then my mom's boyfriend had got off work or whatever, and he came and met up with us because, like, the truck was in his name. So he tried to call the cops and basically report that the fucking truck got broken into and the shit's broken and stuff like that. And I'm not even kidding you, like, they fucking called the cops so many fucking times, and nobody ever came, like, ever. Like, cops out here are literally a piece of shit. Like, if you're a cop, like, my bad, bro. Like, I'm not trying to offend you or nothing, but it's like, damn, at least in my city, these fucking cops suck. Like, they don't respond for shit unless, like, you're dying or something. Like, literally. Like, you can have a fucking heart attack and they'll take their sweet ass time. Like, it was fucking ridiculous. So we kept calling them, and they were like, oh yeah, we'll come. And they never fucking came. Literally never. So we never were able to get a police report. So we figured out how to move it. So basically we just, like, stuck a screwdriver in the little ignition part and it turned on. But the truck was fucked up. Like, they had damaged some stuff under the hood because I don't know what the hell they were doing, but they fucked up that truck pretty bad. So in the long run, some other shit did happen to that truck. My mom ended up crashing it, but that's a different story time. So comment down below if y'all want to hear the story time about that. That's pretty interesting, but she's okay and everything. But if y'all want a story time about that, just let me know. Comment down below. I think I'm going to end the video off here because, yeah, it was pretty fucking annoying. So if you guys did like this story time and you want more crazy story times like this, make sure you leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time on my channel. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.